Hello everyone, this is Jason again, and what we're going to see tonight is the diesel version of the Landscape Buddy excavator. Again, this is the diesel version, mechanical control, so it's the simplest setup that you can find. And we're going to do just like last time, take out the cover, walk around the tractor, and just to show you the components inside. I do want to mention in the description below the video, you can find how much this thing costs, how to get hold of me, and yeah, if you want to get one for yourself, just get in touch with me. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, so the cover's off. We're ready to do a walk around and look at this machine. We will look at primarily the motor because that's the main difference between this model and the gasoline model. If you haven't done so, look at the gasoline model review. That one, in that review, we will talk a little more about the hydraulic setup, which is pretty much identical. And the link is posted in the description below this video, so please do so and check it out. With the covers off, let's take a look. So this is the valve banks, is the same as the gasoline motor model. It's just exactly the same. Okay, so the hydraulic control is the same. Again, I took out the foot pedal so I can take the base cover off. This is the diesel tank, and it's made of aluminum, so don't worry about rust at the inside. This is a simple gauge that's made of plastic, so it does break if you hit it or screw on too tight, but this is an easy piece of replacement that we can get. Here's a water-cooled radiator. It's a huge radiator. I think it's much bigger than the Rhino. I'm going to make a separate video of taking out the covers of the Rhino because I have actually never seen it, and I'm just curious of how it's made. So anyway, this is my radiator, water-cooled radiator, and overflow tank, and within that is the Kubota B722 engine, original from Japan, exactly the same piece of motor that they use for their K008 tractor. Okay, the manufacturer placed the battery in the back, just kind of extra weight for it. As we go around to the right side of the excavator, okay, so here is the sticker for the Kubota engine. EPA Tier 4 final, so it's ready for import for the US EPA regulation. And this is the connector housing for the hydraulic pump. So this is made by the factory, you can see. So here's the hydraulic tank with the fuel gauge and thermometer on it. And then we have the hydraulic fluid, and the hydraulic filter is right inside here. So you haven't seen the gasoline model, there is a link in the description of this video. You can look at that. It's also a short video of a few minutes. Okay, let's go around and take a look of the motor area. We lift up the seat and we can see the fuel filter, fuel water separator, so it's it's just essential for diesel engines. This is the hydraulic fill all the way up here, and the engine battery shut off, T-handle shut off. Air filter right here, so you have to take out the back cover to access the air filter in the back. Alright, let's see what else. Not much of anything else, really. This is the electronic fuel shutoff that came with the motor, which it does, burn up from time to time. You'll have to replace it. But other than that, the Kubota engine is a very well-made engine, lasts a very long time. What we see here is basically a little wire harness that connects to the warning light, oil warning light, and also the water temperature sensor or water temperature gauge. When you take the front cover off, once you pull it off, you'll need to disconnect this. And this is the fuel inlet for the engine. It goes around. The hose comes over into this inline filter first, comes over into the water separator, and then goes into another canister filter and then into the engine. So this setup is really clean. I mean, for us used to the more of a name brand equipment, I mean, this is essential, right? But you'll be surprised. Some of the models, some of the manufacturers, even though they put a diesel engine in there, they left these steps, and they just have a inline filter. So I do have to mention down there is the fill grease point for the track adjustment. So simply just fill in the grease, and you can adjust the track tension. So this is also a very nice setup too. A lot of some of the previous models are the threader bolts, and even now just many other makes use the threader bolts as well. Alright, it's time to start the motor. Turn to the left to preheat. Just a few seconds, and then let's start. Nice! So there you have it. That's the sound of the diesel motor, and with the excavator this size, the gasoline motor definitely will do the work. But I personally just like the diesel motor, how it sounds, and also easier for my fuel management purpose. And yes, it is costs a lot more than the gasoline model, but let's face it, that engine alone is one heck of an expensive engine. Retail about $4,000, $35,000 to $4,000. So I mean, you're paying for the premium for that. Okay. There you have it. I finished the walk around of the diesel version of the excavator. The mechanics and setups is pretty much the same as the gasoline model one. Again, the link is in the description below if you want to see that video. And the difference between this and the gasoline engine model is pretty much the motor. It's a diesel Kubota motor, which means it's a long-lasting motor. Alright, so yeah, I hope you like it. If you have any questions or comments, leave it down below. If you want to see my review on the walk-behind skid steers, please do tell me that in the comment section. And otherwise, I'll see you next time. Thanks.